everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Khanyisa Abinatimbanya and this is my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining. Thank you for telling your people to tell the people to come and join the channel of beautiful people everywhere. Happy New Year. May this year bring nothing but the best. May it be healthy for your family, healthy for you. May you have money, may you have peace, joy, and everything that is lovely. So as I said in my previous video, that I'll be uploading a new video talking about or adding on in the series of mental health, talking about my admission in a mental health institution and what happened inside there. And yeah, this is the video. Hope you enjoy. So yeah, I got admitted in a hospital on the 14th of October, admitted because I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety. So I got admitted, it was in the evening. Yeah, I was admitted. So when you get admitted, you sign admission form with the reception, but when you get inside, then you sign, they give you a form that you sign with a nurse, and the form just enlightens you, or it makes you aware that you have depression, because the questions they ask, they're quite intriguing. One question asked, when was the last time you felt like you wanted to die? And that is just eye-opening. It makes you aware that you were there for mental health and there is something wrong with you. I mean, depression is the thought of dying. It's when you just want to give up on everything, not necessarily kill yourself, but you just want to, erase yourself from whatever is happening in your life or whatever is not happening. Because someone made me aware that nothing is happening in her life, and that's what has made her depressed, because nothing is happening. So yeah, it's just that the state of your mind not being well. So yeah, I got admitted and I signed the form, and I remember this other nurse called me to sign this form. And then when I was signing the form, I told her that there's nothing wrong with me. My psychiatrist says I've got depression and anxiety, but there's nothing wrong. I just came here to take a break. She's like, I'm well aware you are here for a break, but continue, sign the form. And I signed the form, and then another nurse walked in while we're busy with our form, and she asked, how is she? So, but they were speaking in vernacular, in Spade, to be correct, to be precise. She asked, so Obiang, yeah, and then the lady was like, nah, Ushab. And then she's like, this one, I think she's the matron or the head nurse, I don't know, but she's like, because she spoke with me. I think she just asked me how I am, and I spoke slowly. I was starting to lose my speech, and I said I must go and take my vitals. I went, and then she gave me a post. She's like, we just spoke with your psychiatrist. And I was like, I don't have a psychiatrist, I have a psychologist. And then she's like, yeah, your psychologist is working hand in hand with your psychiatrist, and she recommends you take this pill because this is a new environment for you, so you might not sleep. So this is just a sleeping pill. And I was like, I'm not gonna take antidepressants. And then she's like, no, these are not antidepressants, these are just sleeping pills. And trying to calm me down, because now I was just getting irritated with this setup, because I'm not crazy. I'm trying so hard to explain that I'm not crazy, I'm not mentally disturbed, I do not have depression, I'm just here to take a break. So I'm like, no, before I take the pill, I'm gonna ask my friend who is a doctor if I should take the pill. So I asked what's the name of the pill, and I texted to talk. I'm like, Gibby, baby girl, what is this pill? And she's like, no, it's safe to take it. It is a sleeping pill for people who are suffering with severe depression. I'm like, oh baby girl. But she's like, it's safe to take it, friend. So I'm like, because it's just my friend, sorry, I'm gonna take the pill. I took the pill and I slept. for like I don't know how many hours, but I slept. And so I got there like 6 7. So but 8:30 I was dead asleep. I woke up when they came to wake me up 7:30. They're like, your doctor wants to see you, psychiatrist wants to see you. That's when, so I slept. Even when I woke up, my body did not feel like I have been sleeping for long. You know, when you have been sleeping so long that your body is tired. No, I was okay. I was fresh, a bit anxious because now I'm going to meet my psychiatrist. I'm going to meet the therapist and just ward mates and people admitted to. Now I must socialize. And as much as I'm very bubbly, but I'm antisocial. You know, I'm very antisocial. I like my space. I want to be alone. I don't want to socialize most of the time. So I was just anxious that now I have to talk to people and explain myself to them that I don't have depression. I don't know why I'm here, and perhaps they might think I'm babaditi. Then my time in hospital could be extended. But I was like, you know what, let me take it. I went and I took a shower. So they're like, my psychiatrist is waiting for me. And I told them I will not go to her without taking a shower or brushing my teeth or eating breakfast. She's going to have to wait for me because she didn't make an appointment to see me. She just rocks up. And now I'm starting to see that thing at India Pambana, but I'm trying so hard to show them and Pamban. This is the rightful thing to do. Make an appointment, let me know by 9 o'clock I will see you, or by 8 o'clock, whatever time. You can't just ambush me like that. And they're like, no, it's fine, take your time. But while taking a shower, and I felt like, oh, I don't have to do breakfast, let me get over and done with this. I told the nurse that I'm not gonna go have breakfast. She's like, okay. I went to my appointment with the psychiatrist and she explained why I was admitted. Luckily enough, my psychologist was there. They explained why I was admitted, and they say my posture too they could see that I'm not okay because I was sitting very down. You know, when you're sitting, not because the chair, like now I'm sitting like this because I want the camera to see me and how I'm sitting. But there I was sitting in a very comfortable chair, but I was just very down. They could see that something is up. And I spoke with them. They explained what happens. So what happens in a psychiatric hospital is there's occupational therapy that you join, group therapy sessions that you join. So depending on your medical aid, my medical aid was paying for 1 session a day, right? Yeah, 1 session a day, I think. Other medical aid is 3 sessions. Other medical aid, they pay for everything. I think mine was 1, and that session is like 1 hour and 30 minutes. So all sessions are 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's with the therapist. But you see a psychologist every day for 1 hour or less time than that. And a psychiatrist, you see them for 1 hour or less time than that. That's included in my package. So I think in a cash package, it depends on how much you can afford. And then in a medical aid, it depends on how much your medical aid is willing to pay. But the food is covered, the medication is covered in that. So I joined a class. The first class I joined was Boundaries. So Boundaries is it's an ongoing thing. Like you attend, it's like segments, first, second, third. So you must attend all 3 of them. I joined that and it literally changed my life. Just want to share just a small portion of what I learned from Boundaries sessions. So the guy, the therapist, said we must just explain why we want to learn boundaries, and we explained. And then so on the last session, which was the 3rd, he said we must take a chair and we talk to the chair, as to not to the chair. Oh no, it was in the paper. We tell the paper why we're setting boundaries, and we wrote down. And then he asked that we share them in our group session. So I shared mine, but mine I said I do not, let me use this window. So I said, you window, I do not want you because you give me sunlight, you are toxic to me, you make me see the light when I do not want to see the light, when I'd woken up. I was just like, you, I do not want this, you are selfish, self-centered, and I don't want you in my space. And he made me aware that those are not healthy boundaries. boundaries are not, they're not meant, they're there to guide and protect you, but they're not meant to harm the person outside your perimeters. Actually, what we do as people who want to set boundaries, which is unhealthy, we normally set unhealthy boundaries, but in an unhealthy way. So in our process of healing, or in our process of being healthy, we harm other people. So boundaries are not meant to harm other people. What you can say to your window or to the person, you can just say, I don't like how you shine in the morning, how you give me sunlight. So I think it's best we stay, out of our lives. I do not have to tell the window, now you are unhealthy for me, you are toxic for me, you are selfish for me. And that was just an eye-opener for me, because that's what I thought for the longest of time. I thought when I set a boundary, it doesn't matter how the person receives it, but it is what it is. And he made me aware that it doesn't have to be like that. You do not have to harm people in your way to setting boundaries. So that was the first one. And then I attended self-image. With the self-image, it was just 30 minutes and I didn't like the class and I left the class. But in the 30 minutes, it was just about taking care of yourself, for yourself, how important it is to take care of yourself, for yourself. And then the last one, which literally changed my life, it was a class of letting go. It was 30 minutes. Oh, I also went and I did yoga. Yeah, self-relaxations like yoga. I did that. And then this one, it's really important. I want to share before I close the video, before I end the video, it was on letting go. So we had a group session with our ward mates, people I'm admitted with in hospital mates, whatever you call them. So we had a group session. In the group session, we are playing a ball. So the therapist will throw in a ball at whoever, but when he throws a ball, he says the name. So he would say Sipho. Sipho would throw the ball to Jessica to Tom. Yeah, but you can't just throw the ball. You have to say the person's name, like call out the person when you give them a ball. So it was that, and now he introduced one ball, and then as the game went on, he kept on introducing new balls, different colors, different weights. And now it's becoming faster because many balls are joining in or they're being thrown at. So we did that exercise for like 45 minutes. Sipho, Jessica, Tom, Miranda, Tapelo, Lerata, you're just calling people's name. And then he asked, after you were done, he asked, what have you learned from that? People shared that they were anxious, irritated. I remember this other girl cried and she walked out. This other one cried, but she did not walk out. She was just very irritated. And then he asked that we share, each and every one of us, we must talk about what we learned in that session. So it was now my turn to answer, like, what did I get? And I was like, I got nothing. I crammed to the ball that if I hear Sipho's name, then I know my name is about to be called and I must be ready to catch the ball. That's all. And I just could tell that people were anxious and irritated, but I wasn't bothered by that. I was just waiting for my turn so that I can pass the ball. I just wanted to get rid of the ball. I hear my name, I grab the ball and I pass it. That's what I wanted to do. And he said, oh good. So he listened to all of us. He said something. So what I will say is what he said to me personally. And he said it's really important that we are mindful of the balls that life throws at us, the different balls, the size of the ball, the speed at how it's thrown, because other balls are thrown faster, others at a slower pace. And he's like, it's really important that we let go of those balls, that we respond when they're given to us, but it's really important that we let go. We pass them through therapy, we pass them through the higher power. For my case, that's Jesus. I pass them through Jesus and therapy, of course. And therapy or through writing too, that you don't hold on to things that are given to you by people. This could be toxic, this could be patriarchy, toxic masculinity, this could be patriarchy, this could be bad relationships, this could be rape, this could be depression too, caused by other people. It's like, or caused by life itself, that it's important to yes, get the ball thrown at you, but don't dwell much into it. Pass it. Pass it to someone who can handle it better than you are handling it. When if it's making you anxious or depressed, pass it to Jesus. Pass it to your pastor. Pass it to prayer, man. Just in prayer or in writing or in therapy or in your circle of friends, your family. And when he said that, it was okay. But the following day, I was alone because on Saturday you don't have classes. When I was alone on Saturday, it spoke so much to my heart that I cried the whole day of what Thomas had said, that I must just let go. And I let go. And I think it had been a week in that hospital. But that was my breakthrough, the class of letting go, which happened 5 days after I had just I've been saying to my heart, this is not working out, I'm done, yeah, but I can't leave because I'm thinking my parents are gonna say, hey baby girl, you're wasting money when. So I had to finish my course, and 5 days later I got to understand why I was there. I was there to learn to let go. I was there to learn to set boundaries and to meet new people too, and to just understand mental health and to understand therapy, that I do not have to go to therapy when things are hectic, and understand the purpose of therapy. Because for me, I thought the purpose of therapy was just for me to speak and my therapist to write and they charge my money. So I understood when I was there that this is just it's deep, it's just big. And especially because when I was admitted, my main concern was, how are people going to receive me as a child of God? How are they going to receive the idea of me being admitted in hospital? How am I going to tell people that as a child of God you can be diagnosed with mental health, you can have depression, you can be anxious, you can have bipolar? How do I tell people, not that I was diagnosed with bipolar and of sort, but how do I advocate for mental health as a child of God? Because it is just a bizarre thing to talk about in our churches, because it's something that is just very demonic. So when I was admitted, I learned that it's like any other illness. It's like flu. You need to embrace it the way you embrace flu. If you have flu and you go to hospital, if you have flu, you go see a pastor. It's like that. You decide what you want to do with mental health. Do you want to go see a therapist? Do you want to go see a doctor? You want to go see your pastor and talk? But you just need to deal with mental health. You can't say, I'm gonna get over it and done with this thing. I'm going to get over this by my own. No, you can't. So being admitted, it made me see that I need to be healthy for the people around me. I need to be healthy for myself too. I need to be healthy so that I can be pleasant to myself and to the people around me. I need to be healthy constantly. I need to be checking myself, because I had assumed, because I'm hardly sick, I'm that person, I'm hardly sick. So I had assumed because I'm hardly sick, I do not need to go check in with the doctor, check in my mental health. Just because I'm hardly sick in my body doesn't mean up there I'm always normal. So I got to understand that I got a clear picture, and I really hope with me sharing my journey with mental health, someone out there gets a clear picture of what mental health is, gets a clear picture of what the mental health diagnosis and you seeking help, what it can do to you, what it can do to the people around you. Because even if I have to say this about me, but I've been healthy, and I know people around me, they can testify I've been a better Kanyisa now. I'm doing way better. I know when to let go. I know how to let go. at times I just shout out, and that's okay. I just shout out. At times I can set a boundary without letting the other person know that I've set a boundary. I can just distance myself, from the person without bad mouthing that person. That's another thing we do, or that's another thing I did before. I used to bad mouth when I let go of a relationship. I think it's okay to bad mouth that person and say, so that I stop other people from being with that person. And that's not okay. I used to think that's okay because I was setting a boundary. So now I'm a better person, man, guys. I think I'm more healthy. I'm more open to other things too. And I just hope with me sharing, if now you are in a corner that I was with mental health, I just hope with these videos that I share, you are able to seek help, and you are able to, if they say you must be admitted in a hospital, you have the courage to go and be admitted. Well, it's not even a hospital, it's a wellness center, that you get the courage to be admitted, to go and be admitted in the wellness center, and to just seek the help, professional help, the spiritual help that you need in dealing with mental health. Thank you for watching. I hope with this video you've learned something. There's something you can take in and learn from. Please keep the conversation going in our comment section. Let's talk about mental health, and reach out on my Facebook page. Is it Facebook page? Because I'm not a celebrity. I don't think I've got a Facebook page, but please reach out on the Facebook. I am on Facebook, but I think it's my name there. Yeah, but it's not a Facebook page. I think pages for celebrities. Yeah, you get me. But yeah, reach out. It's Khanyisa Abena Timbanya. Yeah, please reach out and let's talk. If you want to talk, I'm here for you. On Instagram, it's Khanyi_Cam. On Twitter, it's Abena Timbanya. And let's just talk, and please don't forget to tell the people to come and join the channel of beautiful people everywhere. Happy New Year, and thank you for joining.